Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be drawing our one-to-one scale rocker Bogie system into Fusion 360. So we've drawn this to scale. Our measurements are on the sides, as you can see, and they should closely relate to the different variables that we have in our course notes. So they do relate very closely, but not perfectly. I have got a measurement here from our fulcrum to our weight, and the measurement that I have from the wheel here, A, to where the fulcrum is actually just measured from the weight to the fulcrum. So that's the only real difference. So let's have a look at it again and just getting a bit of an idea for it, and then we're going to go to Fusion 360. We're going to be creating a hybrid design for this particular time, and we're going to go create new. Going to come up to the sketch tool, and then we're going to come to either the right or to the right or the front named views, and that's just going to click on it and it'll rotate to view. First thing we're going to do is use the circle tool, but I'm going back to have a look at my one-to-one scale, and I'm going to start by drawing the weight section. This here is a 10mm hole, and this one here for me is a 17mm. So I'm going to draw those in to start with. And I can just draw them anywhere on this green axis. So I'm going to start by selecting and then type in 10 and enter. And just wait a couple of seconds for that to think. Then coming back into the center and coming out, typing in 17 and then enter once again. I'm going to create a line down here. So I'm selecting on the line tool, then I'm coming down, I'm just drawing a random line into the bottom like so. But before I do that, I'm going to just go escape. I'm going to go to line tool again. Sorry, I forgot one little step. And we're going to select on the line type, which is construction. That'll create a dashed line. And I'm going to make sure that's a horizontal line and straight, and select, and green tick to finish. I'm going to now unselect on the construct, and that means it's going to be my ground line. So if we come back here and have a look, then we're talking about this line, this line just here. It goes straight through the different wheels. Great. Okay. So if I have a look at that measurement again, it's 120. So to make sure that from my weight to my ground line that I've got here, well, it's not my ground line, but my axle line or my center of my wheel line, I'm going to do a measurement. So to do a measurement, I use dimension here. I'm selecting on the middle of the line, middle of the circle, then coming down to the line, selecting and moving across. And it's 120. Can you believe that? That's exactly what it is. So normally you type in 120 and enter. But that's exactly what it is on the drawing. Next thing that I'm going to be creating is the fulcrum point just here. Okay, that you can see. So going back to Fusion 360, I'm just going to draw that in anywhere. So just on this line is good enough for me. And I'm going to be doing 3 circles. The first circle is 7 mils. So I'm going to type in 7 and enter. Going to the circle tool again, going into the very center. Going to zoom in here just by scrolling my mouse in. Select again. This one is going to be 10. Press enter. And the last one, circle tool again, is going to be 17 and enter. Great. Okay, and I've got to make sure that fulcrum's in the right spot. So I'm going to go back to dimension. I'm selecting on the center of this circle and the center of this circle. I'm taking a dimension upwards. Now that measurement here is 60, and the measurement from the top of the fulcrum, top of the weight to the fulcrum is 65. So going back in, it's going to type in 60 for that one, and then dimensioning once again here to here, and bringing that out, and that was 65, and enter, and it will put my fulcrum in the right spot. Next thing that I'm going to do is just draw in my wheels. So I go circle again, and on this line I can draw them in anywhere as long as they're 17mm circles. I draw 1, 2, 17mm, and the last one is going to be over here somewhere. That's 17mm. Great. So I need to put a few more measurements in. So the measurement is from the fulcrum to the wheel here is 60. Same for the other one. And then from this wheel, B to C wheel, it's 140. So let's dimension that. And after we've dimensioned it, we'll put in the measurements. So this was 60. Enter. From here to here is another 60. And from here to here, that was 141, 40, enter. Okay, and everything's in its right place now. Next thing that I'm going to do is just draw a line where I want, essentially it's like a stick line of where I want my rocker and bogie to go. To do that, I'm just going to come up here, selecting on, and I'm coming out. Now, I don't have the measurement on here, as you can see, for it coming out, but I'm sort of going a little bit over halfway. So I imagine that's going to be about 40mm, I'm guessing. I should have measured it, but I didn't, but that's okay. So I'm just going to type in 40 here and enter. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Select and come across here and type in 40 and enter. Great. Now I'm going to the line tool and I'm selecting on the center line here up to here, and then from that line down as well. Great. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to eyeball this, and it's going to be a little bit different to mine where it's just going chunk, chunk. So, but this time I'm going to sort of have some artistic license around this. So I'm just going to select on the line and just sort of bring it out about 20mm there. And that's looking good. And I'm going to join that up down here for my rocker. And then I'm sort of coming out like this, about probably another 20mm. I can type in 20, enter. And then I'm just going to join that up down to here. Okay, so there's my rocker and bogie ready to go. One thing I could do here is just maybe put in a nice little fillet curve from here to here. So I just go to the center point and select, and I can 10 looks good enough. So I can just fillet those curves off like so. Okay, I'm doing really well, if I don't mind saying so myself. Well done, Mr. Harris. I'm going to use this tool now. It's called the offset tool, and I'm going to offset. So I've got a line that comes up here, around, across, and back down. So I'm going to select. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to unselect the chain. Okay, when I do the offset, so there, offset, the chain selection is turned off, and I'm selecting here, 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 and here. You see the arrows pointing in this direction. I'm just going to put 8.5, and that's going to be half of 17, and I'm just pressing enter on the keyboard. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So select, select, select for that center line, coming through to here. And then I'm going to write, I'm going to type minus 8.5. It's going to go the other side. Wonderful. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to complete that for this line going down through too. So I select here, 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 there. So I've got quite a few there. And I'm going to type in 8.5 and enter. And then offset once again for those particular points. Here and here, and this time minus 8.5, and it's gone to the other side. Okay, one little thing that I want to do before I start to extrude this into its solid shape, I'm going to turn this line, so I'm going to hold down my shift button, this line, this line, this line, this line, this one, and this one. I'm going to turn it back to a construction type. So it's really important that I do that. And then here, hold my shift button down and select that line that I did all my offsets from. See if I can get it. It turns dark blue and select there. Okay, I'm not quite ready to extrude this. I've got one more thing that I need to do. So I'm going to come back up to the circle tool, and on this line that I've drawn, just up on the edge here, I'm going to select, make sure that the line type is solid, so that's not selected as construction. I'm going to type in 3.5. And we've got our motor mounts have a little hole in it, which is 3.5, so we can mount our motor mounts onto our rocker and bogie. So I'm doing it on this one as well, 3.5, and then enter on the keyboard. Just going to pan across, just using my scroll button on my mouse, press it directly down, and then on this line, so when we get that X there, we're just going to type in 3.5 and enter. Okay, measurements now. We're going to select measurement. I'm going to select on the middle of that circle and the middle of this one here, and I'm bringing out a dimension like so, and I'm going to type in 15 and enter. So I'm going to do the same here with the dimension down to my bottom dimension and bring out a line that's parallel and type in 15 again. And I'm going to do that one more time from here to here and type out 15. Once we've done that, we are ready to extrude this whole project. So how do we do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're going to say finish sketch. And then up here on the view cube, I'm just going to press on this little guy, which is my normal default setting for view. I'm then going to come over here to extrude tool, and I'm selecting this surface. Now I'm going to zoom in, select here. I'm not selecting that center one here. I'm just doing the outside, so that's the 10 mil one. Filling in all these little gaps as well and double checking that it's all in. Then I'm going to type in -3, and it's going to go, you've got to do the minus, and you've got to change this operation on the extrude window to new component, and then go OK. You can see our sketch has disappeared. That's a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select here and on the sketch. So I'm coming up to the browser, to the sketch section, and I'm going to select on the eye here and turn that sketch back on. After you've extruded a sketch, it disappears because it can be more complicated. I'm then going to come to the component which I've just created, which is this solid body, and I'm going to select on the eye to hide it. And I'm going to do another extrude. So I'm going to zoom in, but this time I'm selecting here and here, so I don't have the 7 mil hole highlighted in the middle. I'm selecting that, make sure I get that little section too. Selecting here as well, all the way down. And this time I'm going to type in 3 and coming here to new component. And that's going to create a new component out of that. I go, okay, so now I can come over to my first component, and I'm going to change the names of these. So I'm going to right click, and here I'm going to go rename. And I'm going to call this one my Bogie. That's my first component. And this one here, I've just double clicked it and didn't have to go rename. And I'm going to call that my rocker. All right, and I've got everything there. I'm going to turn my sketch off again. So I've got everything there ready to laser cut. So how are we going to laser cut this? Well, we have to first save it as a DXF. It's a very simple process. We're just going to select on to our sketch again. Going to select onto the Bogie face, and I'm just going to press P on the keyboard. Then I'm going to select like so onto my Bogie and go OK. Then finish sketch. In the sketches, that is going to be the sketch here that's highlighted. So I'm just going to double click on that and call that Bogie DXF. Okay, and then I'm going to do that process again, but this time with the rocker. So I select on that, P on the keyboard, select, and then OK. And that's the sketch that we've got here. And so then I'm just going to, you could right click and go rename, or double click, and I'm going to call that rocker DXF. Okay, ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go right click, We're going to go export DXF. From there we go OK, and then we find, you just can go to your desktop or somewhere else and save it on your desktop or somewhere, which then in turn you'll put on a USB to me, and then I will cut it out. So yeah, you can just find where this is on your computer, save somewhere on your computer, right click and go, okay, I want to save it in STL Rovers, or you go into your, any of your folders and save it directly in. Okay, and that's the end of this tutorial. In the coming tutorials, we're going to put the whole thing together, but that's enough to get you started to start building your rocker bogie. Okay, thanks.